What if we get to dream art and mind art in the next decade? French collective Obvious has pioneered a mind to image project using AI and fMRI scans to visualize thoughts, marking a new era in artistic expression. This innovation aligns with neuroaesthetics, exploring how our brains process and create art. It also paves the way for dream manipulation and artificial intelligence driven creativity, enabling us to influence and visualize dreams. However, the rise of BCs brings ethical concerns about neurosecurity and data privacy, from medicine applications for people with impairment to the fear of a new level of surveillance capitalism. Join us in exploring these transformative trends and their implications for the future of art and human interaction. Paris, 2034. Dreamscapes, Art of the Mind is a resounding success at the bustling Denis Gallery. Max is captivated by a holographic dreamscape of a bioluminescent underwater world, a masterpiece created using dreamscapes, a neural interface that turns brain patterns into art. Across the room, Lena, Max's partner, and the brilliant neuroscientist behind the technology, charms the crowd with her scientific explanations and witty anecdotes. Yet, as she observes the reactions of potential investors, a flicker of worry dances in her eyes. She overhears snippets of conversation, whispers of targeted advertising, subliminal messaging, and even the chilling phrase dream warfare. Lost in thought, Max finds himself drifting back to his childhood. He remembers wandering through the hallowed halls of MoMA, a wide-eyed boy entranced by the immersive installations of Rafik Anadol. He recalls the thrill of witnessing the fusion of art and technology, a moment that ignited a lifelong passion within him. But the world has moved beyond mere installations. Now, people induce dreams, experiment with dream enhancers, to sculpt fantastical landscapes, and artists conjure unique masterpieces from the depths of their minds. He had whispered to his mother, "I want to make magic like this." Now, standing in his own gallery, surrounded by the magic he has created, a chilling question echoes in his mind. Has he unleashed a power he can't control? Later, as the crowd thins, she pulls Max aside, her voice hushed with concern. "Did you hear what those investors were talking about? They see dreamscapes as a tool for manipulation, not just art." Max frowns. "We never intended for it to be used that way." "I know," Lena sighs, "but the potential for misuse is there. What if it becomes so addictive that people lose touch with reality? Or worse, what if someone uses it to control entire population?" Her words hang heavy in the air, casting a shadow over their triumph. The seed of doubt, planted by Jared's recent behavior, now takes root, growing into a chilling premonition. Weeks before, a clandestine meeting takes place in a dimly lit Parisian bar. Jared, the smooth-talking investor who has charmed his way into Max and Lena's inner circle, fidgets with his cufflinks, a nervous tic betraying his carefully cultivated composure. Across from him sits a shadowy figure, their face obscured by the low light, their presence exuding an air of power and intrigue. The figure leans in, their voice a seductive purr. "Jared," they murmur, "seize this chance to wield true power." Jared's eyes flicker with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension. He has always been ambitious, driven by a relentless desire for success, but this feels different, dangerous. "What are you proposing?" he asks, his voice barely a whisper. The figure's smile is a promise and a threat. Imagine, Jared, a world where lovers intertwine their dreams, where families mend fractured bonds through shared nightmares, where diplomats negotiate treaties within the lucid landscapes of their mind. But also imagine the darker side, manipulative partners, twisting dreams into weapons, propagandists sowing seeds of discord in the sleeping masses, a world where trust itself becomes a fragile illusion. With dreamscapes, we can not only create art, but shape reality, influence minds, and control destinies. Jared's breath hitches. The implications of such power are staggering. He sees visions of wealth, influence, and domination dancing before his eyes. Dreamscapes offer unprecedented intimacy, the figure whispers, the power to delve into the deepest recesses of the human psyche, to expose desires and fears. But This intimacy can be twisted and perverted. Imagine planting false memories, manipulating perceptions, and orchestrating dream encounters that erode trust and sow doubt. The very bonds that hold us together can become the chains that bind us to our own manipulation. Jared hesitates, the weight of the decision pressing down on him. He knows this path is fraught with danger, but the allure of power is too intoxicating to resist. As the figure continues to weave their seductive narrative, Jared's resolve crumbles. The serpent's whisper has found its mark. With a trembling hand, Jad reaches out to seal the deal. A pact is formed in the shadows, a betrayal born of ambition and greed. As he raises his glass in a silent toast, a sinister grin spreads across his face. He has made his choice, and there is no turning back. Max and Lena's studio is filled with a thick air of betrayal. Their faces pale and etch with exhaustion. Ominous warnings flash, shattering their dreams. Lena's voice trembles. The encryption is broken. They have everything. Max slams his fist on the desk, fury in his voice. Jared, that snake. As if in response, a mocking message materializes on the main screen. Congratulations on your success, its tone dripping with sarcasm. Too bad you won't be reaping the rewards. We've taken what's rightfully ours. Lena's heart constricts, a cold dread seeping into her veins. It isn't just the theft of their technology, it is the violation of their deepest selves, the perversion of the connection they sought to foster. Max kneels beside her, his hand resting on her shoulder. We're not giving up, he says, his voice a low growl. They may have stolen our work, but they can't steal our spirit. We'll fight this, Lena. We'll expose them for the thieves they are. Lena's defiance returns. We won't let them win, she declares. At that moment, amidst the shattered fragments of their dreams, a new resolve takes root. Max and Lena, united by their shared loss and burning with righteous fury, vow to reclaim their stolen creations and expose the dark truth behind the serpent's whisper. The battle has just begun.